Okay, what's up everyone? Welcome to tonight's stream, or today's stream, wherever you are in the world, of the Final Fantasy X Hardcore Nuzlocke. If you join us in the chat, great to have you with us as always. And if you enjoyed the channel the challenge so far, subscribe to the channel so never miss an episode, or an upload, or a live stream, or anything really. We do varied content on Jit Geek at the moment, so yeah, tune in if you are looking to catch everything. If you join us on the VOD, great to have you with us as always. Audio's coming in nice. If you join us on the VOD, great to have you with us. Let me know your thoughts about the challenge in the comments. Excuse me. Right, let's get the cutscene remover on before we kick off. And regardless if you're joining us live or on the VOD, if you can let me know what the audio is like, whether it's the mic audio, the game audio. Again, we've had some trouble with OBS recently, so your feedback on the audio would be great, thanks. I did check out the previous two episodes, and they were coming in pretty good, so, but you know, always good to get feedback from the wider audience. And before we get started, let's have a quick look at the chat. LG, my man, what's up? Happy Sunday, brother. Good to see you in the chat, man. How's it going? How's the channel? I see you've passed 1,000 subs, so congratulations, man. That Lulu challenge was insane. Looking forward to the next one. So what is in store for today? Well, the previous two episodes, we had that gargantuan episode, 2 back, where we defeated not only Evray, but Evray Altana, first time victory, baby, with the new strat, and we made it all the way through the high bridge to Seymour Natus, who we absolutely demolished, and I'm still calling that a first time victory. Then in the last episode, we made progress in terms of getting through the Calmland and defeating actually Defender X as well. What I'm thinking is, for now, we are going to allow Chocobo racing. I think the best thing I can get from that is an elixir and enough turbo ethers to customize Magic Booster. So I don't think it's going to break the game, especially this part. So I'm kind of allowing Calmland Chocobo training as a mini game for now. So let's see. But what have we got in store for today? I think we're gonna crack on from the autosave, because that allows us to keep our SOS HP. And to be quite honest, I think if we didn't have SOS HP, it'd be very tough for us to make any progress here. So for now, we're going on from the autosave. If we do need to come back though to this save, we'll have to start again from the usual save point, and that would not allow us to use the autosave. So what have we got in store for today? I'm going to move forward and get the Ronso Brothers fight out of the way. We'll pick up some return spheres because of that fight, and that kind of opens the door as to whether we want Riku in first strike, or do we just keep Tidus in first strike, and that allows us then a slot to consider with Riku on her SOS Overdrive weapon. And then it's a case of, then it's really a toss-up of, do we progress into Mount Gagazet and get all of that out of the way? The only trouble is, or do we... I think the static might be the background music, LG. Yeah, so do we progress into Mount Gagazet, or do we start capturing? The only issue is, I cannot think of a single strategy outside of one for capturing the Chimera Brain, and that strategy involves me getting the level 4 key sphere on Mount Gagazet. The only trouble is, though, we will have to venture up Mount Gagazet and come back once we have the level 4 key sphere, just in order to do that activity. I believe, from what I've read up and from what I know about this game and the P. Birdman guide, every other enemy on the Calmlands can be caught, including the Balbra. So, yeah, I'm on two minds. I might see how we're getting on with capturing, because there's one thing theoretically happening. There's another thing us actually capturing these enemies. Some of them are going to be pretty tough. Like the Nebros, that's going to be tough. The Skull, that's going to be tough. So, yeah, I think we'll see how we fare. I think the Coerl as well, that's going to be an issue. So, let's see how we get on. LG's made a good point in the chat as well. Gagazet actually isn't an issue in terms of petrification. So actually, it might be worth kicking on once we've done the Ronso brothers, just to go up Mount Gagazet, get that out of the way, come back, then we do some capturing. Because I do believe I'm going to need the spoils from capturing around here, Thunder Plains, Macalania, and I'm going to need access to the spoils that we get for unlocking the Earth Eater, so the 63 stars. That's going to allow us to do Sunburst versus Flux and versus other bosses to come before we get the airship. So let's just check the chat before we motor on. LG saying, just recorded finishing his next video, which is why I didn't stream yesterday. Everything in Gagazet can be petrified. Absolutely. She should be safe coming back down. Yeah, I agree. At least the mountainside, yeah. And to be honest, I think even on the other side, so Mount Gagazet Part 2, from what I understand, I don't think we're going to have an issue there. The only one that might cause us some difficulty is the double Bashora fight. But we'll come to that as we... yeah, we'll come to that when we get there, because we've still got to get past Flux. But there is a save point outside of Flux. And the reason being, I do believe that that fight is going to be massively RNG focused. But also, we've got to do all of this capturing before we get there. And that's going to be tough. So, let's get Kimarhi set up, I think. And I haven't done any testing with Kimarhi versus the Ronso brothers. So it might just be a case of we just hit and hope here. Now, we're going to go in with this. I think what we need is a different overdrive for him. It's probably going to be best to do... I'm going to say Stoic for now. And obviously we're going to heal him up. If I don't feel like the elementals are getting us far, I will switch to more HP because we've got the soldier armlet. The other thing is, though, we must 100% come out of this battle having lanceted Mighty Guard. Without Mighty Guard, I can't remember where else you get it. Do you get it from Dark Flan, maybe? But without Mighty Guard, I don't think we can complete this challenge, because I don't think we can get past Spectral Keeper. So we must get Mighty Guard. So for now, we'll stick with the red armlet with the triple ward. Good to know the static appears to be gone. That's good, LG. Thanks for letting me know. And what have we got? We've got plus 10 piercing strength. I think that's probably going to be the best. Yeah, that's the best weapon we've got now. The Mighty Guard's from the Behemoth King. So yeah, get it here. That is the desirable outcome. So let's move forward and just make sure the cutscene remover is on, because, to be quite frank, we've all seen the Ronso cutscenes. They are fantastic, right? But they're very long, and we don't need to hear the Ronsos sing. So let's just make sure that's on. I think Kimarhi's in the best state he can be. The only thing is, right, because this is a hardcore Nuzlocke, we do not have access to the item command in that battle. So the only form of us getting any health back, I believe, is going to be... I'm just getting the strategy guide from the floor. I need to double check if we can get White Wind. I don't think we can. Oh no, we can. That's good, but we can only get them once they've learnt a few, once they've used a few, I believe. Unless White Wind's one of those that we can learn without them actually using it. So that's good. So we can actually use White Wind. Yeah, White Wind, Lancet fight, Mighty Guard fight, and I just think we need to play it safe, attack and defend as well. There's no point equipping SOS Overdrive, so I think it's just going to be a case of, yeah. Let me just check if they are susceptible to Doom. That is a really good point, because we can learn that. So Biran, they're both susceptible to Doom. Mighty Guard and White Wind can only be obtained after Biran and Yenke have used it. Right, that's good to know. So we could do with acquiring both of those. Yeah, they've both got to be alive, and so that's fine. 2 Ronso's HP. Right, I'm not worried about their stats. It's more the strategy here. So really, what I could do with doing first is actually getting Yenke down, so he uses White Wind, so I can Lancet that. Then getting Biran down, so he can use Mighty Guard. Then, it doesn't really matter, as long as I come out of this fight using both of those. Right, so let's move forward, because we'll get that great background track, I hope. I really hope. Is there anything I can get from the shop actually first? For Kimarhi. Let's just have a double check. So if we wanted to, we could get him another strength piercing plus 10. These are really good. These are really good weapons. Jesus, they're good. Okay. They're expensive. And I'm in two minds what we're actually going to get from once here, because stuff like Magic Booster, is it really that necessary? These are an absolute must. So I'm going to buy some of those. Let's just top up on them. Get a couple of them, so that's fine. If we need to, we can go on a weapon selling spree. Right, so let's push forward and get into the battle. I'm really hoping that we get the cutscene. I might actually go see if I can come out and go back in and get the backing track. Or turn off the cutscene remover for the moment and then go back in. So both of the Ranso brothers have got to be alive to use their respective special overdrives. One being Mighty Guard, the other being White Wind. Right, okay. So a quick one on Untitled Project X. I did use it, LG, but for some reason it was glitching. It glitches Tidus for me. So whenever he runs, it like does something weird to the screen. Okay, Kimarhi's in the best place he can be. So let me see if I can start the cutscene and then interrupt it. Right, I'm hoping this interrupts it here. If not...
haven't you bothered us enough?
Summoner may pass.
Yeah, I get that same issue as well. It comes up with an error message. I used to think that was me.
Shame, Ronso brothers. Kimarhi forget his birth. Forget his people, forget his mountain.
Some great lines here, though.
Weakling Ronso. Mountain hate the weak, hate the small. If you will climb,
then I must prove my strength.
I must prove my strength.
Yes, Kimarhi! He's such a badass.
You will win. You not forget who took your horn.
Shots fired.
Forget. Kimarhi never beat Brother Biran.
Shots
Never
fired.
win.
Shots fired here.
This time, I win. I will win.
Why you?
Is that right? Because
Some kind of Ronso thing?
I've basically looked at every single
Problem.
element of that Untitled Project X. Right, let's go, folks.
Rend you asunder.
Let's go.
Hornless, hornless.
Got to do this pretty systematically, but I think we go with... So we go with... Oh, Ronso Rage does not reduce stuff. It really doesn't affect the CTB, which is good. I'm just going to double check the damage constants on Kimarhi's overdrives here. Right, Seed Cannon or Thrust Kick look to be the best. But Fire Breath does damage to both of them. Right, let's just double check what we're working with here. 1152864. Okay, so that's manageable. Absolutely manageable. So let's see what we're doing with Fire Breath. Oh, that's great damage. And I think I want to get Yenke down first because I want Aqua Breath, but I also want White Wind as well. So come on. I just thought he's got White Wind. So actually we've probably got to do his health twice. Here we go, White Wind. Wonderful. Yeah, so we're going to have to do him twice. So let's try and get that. Wonderful. So we've got White Wind, which is fantastic. And I think we can start taking Yenke out now. Depends who's got Doom, actually. Is it Biran who's got Doom? Either way, we'll just take him out. I meant to go for Yenke then. But actually, we can use Fire Breath again here. No, we can't. So let's go on Yenke. Ah! That's a point, LG. When he's on his own, he uses Berserk, doesn't he? So actually, let's... yeah, let's kind of take it easy a bit here. So I've learnt Doom. That's amazing. That is an amazing ability. Let's just stay alive then for now. Right, I'm actually... I've got to double check. I'm thinking he only uses Mighty Guard when they are together.
This is the strength of Kimarhi.
Wonderful. Right. I thought it would be a lot harder to get this situation done. But let's see if we can... We've learnt Mighty Guard. That is absolutely perfect. And that's what I'm going to be using here. Alright, Mighty Guard. This is basically going to give us the fight. Because of stuff like that. Now I believe we should actually go into more health. Now I think we can just run away with this. Or use Doom. Ah, I must have learnt all the rages now. That's fine. Oh, 1 damage. Nice. Right, we're just going to keep going with Lancet. It's good that they've cycled through the all of the elementals there. Probably doing it on purpose. Right, here is where we can... Here is, I think, where we can start to deal some damage. And actually, I think Biran is a bigger threat. I think Biran has the stronger strength. Oh, 97. That is not good. 20 damage from Blizzard. Wonderful. Yeah, it does suck, LG, that we can't get bad breath. I'll have to factor that in, actually, to the Marlborough fight. Aquabreath doing some decent damage there. This is just the Lancet City, baby. Right, unless he does Bulldozer, I think we can take... Oh no, he's got Protect, so we doubt we'll be able to do that. Right, we've got Mighty Guard, we've got Doom, we've got Aquabreath, and we've got White Wind. I think that's all that matters from this fight. Wonderful. Biran rend who asunder? I'll be rending you asunder, mate.
You will pay for this.
Uh-oh. Lancet's so good, though, because it's such a quick move. It's got such... yeah, it's got such a good recovery time. I think I'm going to have to use physical attacks now just to make sure that I can KO him. Right, 2 more physicals and we should be getting the victory. Lancet is fire, man. Honestly, here we go. Brothers defeated, let's go.
You win.
Let's go. And we've got 2 return spheres, boys. Let's go. Right, what equipment did we get? Let's have a quick butchers. I hope it's something decent for Riku. I doubt it. Something with some good slots. That's alright, actually, for Auron. That's dog shit for Riku, so we can sell that. Oh, the rest are out. I think we have to... Do we have to go down? Or do we have to go up? Oh, yeah, because we have to ascend the mountain to complete this, like, mini thing here. Right, why the fuck is Kimarhi just the only one that is not grayed out? Or have I got to progress? No, I'm not even going to try that. Do I need to go down? What the fuck is going on? What the fuck's gone on there? I think the cutscene removers fucked me there. I'm not even going to class that as a game over. The cutscene remover fucked me over. I'm just hoping I get a an autosave after that fight. Right, let's turn off the dreaded cutscene remover. Very strange. Everyone was greyed out. That's real strange. We need to talk to this guy. Okay. I think I might have to... let's just see if I can go through here. If not, I might have to jump onto FFX editor. Yeah, I think the cutscene removers fucked me over here. Unless it's this guy. Right, let's see if I can do this on the far playing editor. Everyone's inactive for some reason. Party. Right, in party. In party. In party. In party. We don't want to put Seymour in the party. Right, let's see if that's worked. Okay, that's good. Only trouble is now, Kimarhi is not in SOS. So, what do we do? How on earth do we get him into SOS? I've actually got an idea, actually. Has Riku got an overdrive? That's a question. Yes, she has, and she's in SOS. So... what I'm thinking is we put Kimarhi in this armlet. Let's just get the team set back up. Orin got an overdrive? Yes, he has. Okay, we need Kimarhi in Victor. Now we need him in SOS. I think the best course of action is to probably use like an electro marble on him. Two return spheres. Let's just have a quick look at our customization options here, to be fair. So we've got First Strike. We've got Zombie Touch. Ooh, that opens up doors, you know. I forgot that Holy Water customizes Zombie Touch. We've still got an Evade Encounter in the bag. Let's have a look at our... we've got Fireproof and Iceproof. Wonderful. That's going to be coming in Clutch versus Seymour. That's Seymour... Seymour Flux, by the way. We've still got access to the 20% HP, which I think we'll need probably on someone like Yuna. Okay, so that's good. So we've got some options, you know. We're getting there. I'm just going to drop in, actually, a quick autosave. Right. Uh-oh. Cutscene removal was doing its thing, LG. Activate them in the far plane thing, I guess. Time for a real solo challenge, yeah. Kimarhi solo, that's the one. So what's this new challenge that you've finished today, LG? Is it a new? Is it another solo? Is it something different? Is it even FFX? What's the score? I'm just going to get the team set back up. What the fuck is going on, man? I might have to do a reset. So let's just go in and out. For some reason we can't swap formation. Right, I'm just going to have to do a quick reset. FF8 solo challenge. Sounds very interesting, man. And when are the new streams coming on? What the hell is going on with my save here? What the hell is going on with this save, man? Maybe if we get into a battle, this might fix things. So I'd rather get into a battle probably in the Calm Lands. And then use Riku. Oh, it's just Tidus and Kimarhi. Are you actually fucking kidding me? Right, back into Far Plane. I fucking hate the... I actually hate the cutscene remover sometimes. What it is, all of the party members are inactive. So there's in party, but there's a thing called... inactive or active. Right, I'm hoping by doing so we can... That's better, okay. Okay, we don't need Auton in that. We need him in this, because we need him on the back row. I actually think we need Kimarhi in full health. I think the easiest thing for me to do is to use an Electro Marble, because he's going to take half damage, which should do around 400 damage. Yep. If it doesn't, we're fucked, but we'll come to that. Riku. Now let's just check equipment, so we got no duplicates. Shit, we haven't got an initiative. Do we really need him in that for now? I don't think we do, so let's get him in this. So we've got a sensor. Right, everyone has not got anything duplicated. Yes, they have. Doesn't really matter for Yuna. Right, everyone's in Victor. This might be a bit interesting to try and get Kimarhi. I didn't think about that, getting him into SOS. So either today or tomorrow starting the new challenges, LG saying in the chat, want to finish Masters before starting the FF Marathon. Oh, excellent, man. So that's FF9 on the live streams. Is it an FF8 Requiem mod episodes? Is that correct? I actually think it's going to be easier to do this here. So let's get a favourable encounter. Oh, fucking hell. What an absolute terrible encounter this is. Not to worry. I think we've got this. I don't think we've got an issue here. Fucking always Marlborough, man. Always Marlborough. Always. So we'll defend with Auton and we'll bring in Riku and we'll do what we did before, which is we're going to have to cast a Mighty G here. And hope for the best. What overdrive mode does Riku have? Of course she has Slayer. Okay, that's fine. I've just realised Auron is doubling up on SOS. Let me see if I can change his ability, his equipment. It's weird, you can't change their equipment mid-battle. What do I do here? I should have changed Auron's equipment there. Is there a way to swap equipment mid-battle on Far Plane Editor? To anything? I'm not really concerned what. Here. I think we are fucked. Technically, by the rules of the challenge, I have got to swap to something else because I've fucked up here. Oh, what a terrible start. And just pray it hits Auron. Or escape or defend with Whacker. Yeah. I technically need to swap weapons. Autosave would have been before this. It would have been before this fight coming into the Calmlands. Right. Yeah, fucked. Okay, I have to start again. I'm just being genuine there. Instead of... I accidentally pressed defend instead of... Yeah, we'll just do start from the autosave. Right, I'm actually not bothered about Auron having that, so let's just give him +5. Do Auron or Kimarhi have anything that doesn't have piercing? No, that's good. Okay, right. We're not going to get screwed over here. Regardless. And I think for the sake of this, I'm going to keep Riku in Slayer. Okay. So the objective here is to get Kimarhi into SOS and give him an overdrive. So we can easily do that with Riku, I believe. Why has Una got SOS? Oh, because she had SOS Nulltide, that's why. Right, here's where we should be able to do this. Are you fucking joking me? Tidus. No, actually, probably best to have Whacker do this because he's got more accurate, or he's got fucking Stone Touch. Right, that's good. Okay, so he's in SOS now. So we just need to defend with him, then double map these motherfuckers. Nice. Tidus learnt Hero as well, so that's good. Right, I'm just going to have to keep Kimarhi in there for a while, just so he gets an overdrive. I'm actually going to take him out of that and give him... does it really matter what I give him? I think more health is probably best around here. You can have now your SOS and Nulltide, and we'll keep you in SOS. You don't need really any extra health. Death Ward, that's going to come in, potentially come in clutch versus Unaleska. Right, no one else has got that, so we'll just give him defense +5. Everyone else is... yeah, pretty much set up, so... I think we've just got a chance getting Kimarhi 2 more fights, I think that is, by the looks of it. Oh, I've just realised what we can do. We can take a Chocobo out. We can take a Chocobo and we can go to Macalania. That's a lot safer than doing it round here. So actually, we could have avoided that Malbor encounter altogether, and we could have avoided that encounter. And we can just do it in Macalania. Which is a lot safer. I actually forgot that you didn't have to train a Chocobo to ride one. You just have to speak to the woman. And the woman changes the location after... you defeat the what's-her-face, the Defender X. So actually we're going to get Kimarhi an overdrive in Macalania. That's going to be a lot safer. So we'll go all the way up here. Remember folks, we cannot do the Remium Temple Chocobo racing to get us the Cloudy Mirror, which means we can't get the Celestial Mirror, which means we cannot get the Celestial Weapons in this challenge. Just checking back on the chat. LG saying he's going to start from the bottom and still have to decide if the marathon will include the mods. It's fine, but want to finish the Masters before starting the FF Marathon. Sounds busted, man. You've got loads of great content coming your way then. It's going to double check who else doesn't have an overdrive. Right, everyone else is good. And we've got Thief. I've just thought another outcome we could have done for the Malborough is to bring in Auron and use Shooting Star. Shit, I forgot that. He was in the back row. And that's the sole purpose of having him in the back row, is because we had access to Shooting Star. Never mind. No Celestials is sad, LG, but they are busted, man. You got to admit, like, free access to Evade Encounter and Triple Overdrive is busted. I mean, we can see what free access to evade encounter and double overdrive is doing. It's basically broken the game wide open. What looks like one more encounter for Kimarhi. And we can just use double map. And that should have Kimarhi now a full overdrive as well. No, one more. That's fine. I think I'm going to keep my return spheres for now, because I can actually use them for a chaos grenade, I think. They might come in clutch. So I may end up needing them for Riku's mixes and not for first strike. Because bear in mind, we can only have one first strike. And if I think about it, if we actually take Riku out of the picture, do we need... We only need Tidus then for a couple of battles, I think. I think it's actually cheaper as well to use double map. So, let's just take a trip to the shop just to get some stock up on some supplies. So yeah, no Celestials. No, a lot of things really. There's no lightning dodging, there's no butterfly hunting. That's more preference, if I'm honest. There's no blitzball, so there's no busted, overpowered... overpowered items before Unalesca. Yeah, it's... I think it's a fair set of... Well, it's a very extensive set of rules. Anyone else have a sensor? Right, you do, but we actually need you back in SOS Overdrive now. We also need you in Slayer. You're in Slayer. What I'm thinking is for Mount Gagazet as well is Riku in Daredevil and Kimarhi in Slayer. And I think we can get through it with that setup. Initiative. Really doesn't matter what you have, so we'll stick with that. You and Riku both got SOS, but you're not on the front three. I think we'll put Kimarhi back there, and we'll give you, Auton, some extra HP. Director. Everyone else is in SOS, which is perfect. Right, now I think we motor on to Mount Gagazet after we take these on. Okay. No, we don't want there. The magical road that leads us to Macalania, the magical Macalania, the Macarena Trail, or the Macarena Road. That's what I'm going to call that. This glowy road. It's the Macarena Road. So there's no talking to the couple there to get the Cloudy Mirror or the Celestial Mirror. Don't need to do any of that. Does that lead us to... Oh, that's the scene, the kiss scene. Right, onwards to Mount Gagazet. Now I'm hoping Chocky the Chocobo is still there. He is. This is why we needed Kimarhi in SOS, folks. Because Stone Breath Slayer SOS Overdrive is absolutely busted. And that has equally broken the game open, as has Riku. And I think we're going to be using Kimarhi more. I think now we've made it to Mount Gagazet, it's there and it's up there. It's up the top as well. I'm praying that's the case. Because if I come back and I've got no Chocky... oh, we'll call him Choc Ice. Actually, that's a point. Let me get some capture weapons. Just to be on the safe side. Because if I'm in a position where I can capture something, I think we should. Oh, it's a lot of text. Right, let's... yeah, so let's do it. And I think we need a capture weapon for everyone but Riku. Oh, I suppose we could get one for Riku as well. Basically all the lads. No, we won't get that. We'll get that. We'll get that, we'll get that, and we'll get that. Just to be on the safe side. And that is all. Cheers, mate. Right, I think it's a good thing that we've picked those up there. Not that I'm on capturing mode at the moment. I'm in a position where I've got to go and get the level 4 key sphere from the top of Mount Gagazet all the way by the Seymour Flux Save Sphere. Because I believe that's the only way that I can actually defeat... actually capture the Chimera Brain, is to use a tall boy and some other items. Right, the long, arduous journey up Mount Gagazet begins, folks. I don't think I need any equipment yet. So let's go. Right, I've got initiative on, so that's perfect. Let's get that 20 grand. First encounter. This should be possible with Kimarhi here, using Stone Breath. And if it's not, it's a game over. That is wonderful. The fact that the mechs are susceptible to stone just makes this really quite a, not an easy section, but a very manageable section. SOS Shell, SOS and All Shock. Decent. That'll sell for a few bob as well. What I'm thinking is, though, is we need Riku in Daredevil here, I believe, because I'm just going to actually check what encounters we... double check what encounters we get. Mount Gagazet, FFX, here we go. Because the reason is I need to plan who takes care of the double encounters, and I think it's going to have to be Riku, because she'll be able to either put things to sleep or silence, unless Kimarhi can take everything on here, which might be the case. Right, Mountain Trail is Bandersnatch, Nidhogg Mech Leader. They're all susceptible to stone. Mech Defender ×2 Mech Leader, which is the one we've just had. Grenade ×2 and Imp. Grat ×2 and Grenade. Grat ×2 and Bashura. So you're telling me, actually, on the Mountain Gate, Kimarhi can solo everything with Stone Breath. That is fucking insane. So much so, in this first section, I don't think we need Riku at all. So what we might be able to do in the different screens, LG, is put Riku in whatever. I don't think she needs to be in Slayer. I just think we keep her in Slayer just in case, right? Just in case something happens to Kimarhi. But I think we bring her in, we steal, then we take her out, and we Kimarhi Stone Breath. 2 times per sure is only in the cave section. It is, that's correct. So we've got to go on and fight Seymour Flux before we can do that. Which means actually Kimarhi can solo us there and back to get the level 4 key sphere. So that's great. Yep, he can. I'm pretty sure he can. Right, is there a way? We can't steal yet. Because we've just had our first encounter in this section. But there's, you know, there's 2 or 3, I think. There's 2 or 3 areas we can go to. The other thing we must go and do as well is go in chapter once. And we must pick up this 20 grand as well. So this is going to come in useful for when we get to once. Yeah, I think Kimarhi can solo everything. The pad playing up there. So all of these battles in Mount Gagazet, or at least the initial section, are going to be absolutely trivial. Kimarhi SOS Slayer double overdrive strat, just absolutely busted. And yeah, you're right, LG. The double Bashora is the only iffy encounter in the cave. Tidal Spear, nice. Nice, that's not going to come in clutch. Is it a single screen? I think these are all susceptible to stone as well. Yes, indeed. I think we've had every... Oh, no, we haven't. We've had the... We just need the Nidhogg encounter now. And then I think we've had every kind of variation of encounter on Mount Gagazet. I actually feel like putting no encounters on. Just to run up, grab the level 4. Ah, I did. You're right. I'll get it on the way back then. What the fuck happened there? Oh. Oh, for God's sake. Right, I have to start again. Fuck's sake. Right, attempt 22, folks. I didn't move Kimarhi back. Too busy chatting. Ah, is that why? They made it easy for him to gain AP on Gagazet. That's cool. To be fair, I haven't done a no sphere grid in absolutely ages. I think to avoid time, I think we'll go from the autosave. And we'll motor on, because we can easily go back to Macalania, and we can easily get everyone into SOS if we need to. So I think just to avoid a bit of time, I think we'll carry on. Yeah, there's me with my big fat mouth, being cocky, saying I should just put fucking no encounters on, and then I forget to put Kimarhi back in the back row. Jesus Christ. Right, I do need to change the overlay, so just give me a moment. I've got some stuff prepared. So this is 22, attempt number 22. Yes, we are starting from the autosave, but that's just really to motor on today. I do want to get the... Oh, you fucking kidding me again? Right, I need to shut the fuck up and concentrate now. Attempt number 23. This is what's going to be tedious, is in and out Kimarhi, in and out Kimarhi. Right, we'll get there. So let's put the ×2 on. Yes, focus, focus. We need to focus. Everything is doable. Everything is absolutely doable. So, Stone Breath. I wish we got some of the battle animations and the battle quotes when we had ×2 on. Right, now we've finished. Kimarhi, back row. How'd you get this 20 grand? There we go. Right, this is the only encounter that I wanted to check that we could Stone Breath, and I believe we can. Oh, we got a Mega Potion there. That's good. So 20 grand, and you're right, LG. We need to pick up the Mega Potion as well. So all of the random encounters are trivial. That's fine. Let's just get back into the chat. Remember the days when we had to go all the way back to Besaid? All the way back to the start. Then we started putting in... Yeah, then we started putting in save states. And I think it's the best thing we've done, because we've managed to really motor on since doing that. And really, these live streams are all about, can this challenge be done with these restrictions? We've just got SOS haste for Waka! Oh my Jesus Christ, that is a good drop. That is like a 1% drop. That is insane. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is a cracking drop. Right, fuck this. I am going to... I might even go in auto. I might even go and save and do the whole Macalania thing. I don't know. No, I'm gonna focus now. Focus now. What an absolute amazing drop with 2 free slots as well. That is busted. That is absolutely busted. What a drop. I think eventually I'm probably going to have to farm some of them, but we'll see. Yeah, I think we'll just kick the auto-save in. So you got SOS haste on your first encounter in Mount Gagazet on the Lulu video. Damn. That is some drop, man. It's like Lucas. It's either Lucas live chat luck or live chat chaos, and I think I've had a bit of live chat chaos. But I'll take the 2 attempts in order to get that that drop for Waka. That was a busted drop. Just saved me farming them. What a drop. We're going to get some decent drops, to be fair. So I'm hoping plenty more of that. And that was out an overkill as well. It's going to be rinse and repeat though, folks, I'm afraid. I think what it allows me to do, though, is get a couple of Una overdrives up, like Victor and things like that, which is going to be good. Yeah, having Una and Victor is going to be very, very, very helpful. I think she's still a far way off, but... I think we've got 3 screens in Macalania. Sorry, Mount Gagazet. The Braska Sphere is up here, I believe. To be fair, LG, I forgot that they dropped it as well. I forgot that it was the same sort of encounter as the big hairy guy on the Calmlands. Getting some drops. Let's just have a look. I'm going to be getting to a point soon, I think, where... I'm going to be running out of... that is busted. Where I'm going to be running out of room. So I need to get to once ASAP. Right, surfers out front, that's fine. Do I get the Braska Sphere? I don't think there's any value in me getting the Braska Sphere. I don't think there's any value. Other than an extra encounter for extra gil. What I do need to do, though, is get Auron's defending bracer, which I think I've just ran past. Or is it down there? I just love seeing that overdrive bar go all the way up. Oh, getting a Mega Phoenix. Oh, I've just thought I can't even fucking use them. That's a thought. Is the defending bracer up here? I do believe it is, actually. I think I'll have 2 other opportunities to steal. Just praying it's something good. Because what I might do, if I do get something good, and I've got the opportunity to put something good to sleep, what I might do is use Riku's overdrive and then just have her in Victor in the party. Just to get her overdrive back. See. No, I don't need that. I'm in a position now where I've got to start sacking stuff off. I just need to get rid of something really shit. That'll do. Right, this gives me... What does this give me? Defending Bracer gives me Stoneproof and Poisonproof. That is a wonderful armour. Only trouble with the Auto Phoenix LG is I have no use for it in this challenge. Although I can customise, I suppose, and earn myself a shitload of money. I suppose that's the benefit of Auto Phoenix. Because once a character dead, they dead. Just doing a quick Oh, I've been doubling up there. Doesn't matter what he's got, really. Could have anything. Just give him Berserk Ward. Really doesn't matter what he's got. Been doubling up on Una there. Never mind. We'll carry on. Not all the auto abilities, just Auto Phoenix, because, you know, it goes against the nature of the challenge in terms of once a character's gone, they can't be revived. Regardless of Mega Phoenix, Final Phoenix, Auto Phoenix, Phoenix down, anything. Coming back with 1 HP. Petrified and Shattered. Petrified's okay because they don't get removed from the battle. And Eject is fine because they don't lose HP. But in terms of, yeah. In terms of Auto Phoenix, I don't think we're that far off. Let's have a quick look. Phoenix down, it'll be up here. Oh no, we've only got 4. Right, got you. Okay. So let's keep going. Final Elixir, not a Phoenix in theory. If it revives characters, I can't use it. So I guess Hyper Mighty Guard is also out of the question as well. Because there's no point... Oh yeah, we'll have that. There's no point in me having Auto Life because I can't use it. Mount Gagazet is literally more of a test of endurance, really, and a test of concentration more than anything. Making sure that I've got concentrating after every single battle because we've just had 2 attempts lost due to misconcentration. So I think Kimarhi in Slayer and Riku in SOS is going to be the play for Mount Gagazet Part 2. The issue is we can't guarantee that Kimarhi will have an overdrive and will be in SOS coming off the back of the Flux battle. That's going to be the challenge, is getting back down. So we're going to have to play that real carefully. Right, we must talk to once.
Welcome to Oasis.
Have I got the cutscene remover on? No, I haven't. Why is it coming across as we've already spoke? We haven't spoke. And why can't I buy anything? Is it because I got no room? Okay, let's start getting rid of some of this crap.
Welcome.
Okay, that's good. Now, do I buy this? Do I buy this? Do I buy this? I don't think that's a bad purchase. I do need the Blessed Ring for Una. Do I? I can customise Zombie Ward, actually. Do I need plus 15% magic? I don't think it's a bad purchase at 37 grand. This I'm definitely going to take. Although... No, this I will take. This I will take because of the price, and I'm going to have to sell him some stuff. So let's just get some...
Welcome.
Right, let's go through everything right now. I think I'm in a position where I'm not going to need counter-attack, but... Right, let's see if there's anything juicy actually we can sell rather than the little bits. So we've picked up some decent stuff recently, so let's get rid of this. That's alright with 2 frees. We'll get rid of that. We'll keep the captures. We'll keep that for Auron. That we're going to sack off. That's really nice. We can keep that. Is that really going to come in handy? Maybe. Auto med, that might come in handy. Right, all of these for Riku I'm going to keep. Oh, she has got a sensor. Right, alchemy. Just for a slot, I'm just going to get rid of that. And that. That I can customise. 762 only for waterproof. I suppose it's not really that good. Just for a slot, we'll get rid of that. Whacker's got far better stuff than that. He's got all the nulls, that's good. Dark Ward. I mean, I can customise that. Do I need 2 sleep wards? No, I don't. Right, what else? Let's have a look. Magic defense, MP +5. Right, we can sack that one off. He's got better stuff than +5 defense. That, I think, I'm going to get rid of. So what do I buy here? Do I buy... or do I save my money and go and get the double slot? The double slot with the 10% plus 10% HP from the merchant at the bottom of Mount Gagazet. Right, I'm going to get rid of these as well now. They have served me well, but for 1,000 gil, I can get rid of them. Kimarhi might need that in the future. I'll get rid of that for a slot. It's more about slots now. It's not about the well, it is kind of about the ability as well. So we've just bought that. My God, the devaluation of that equipment, terrible. Okay, for now I think we're good. So let's see what he's got in terms of items. No, we're good with that.
Welcome.
So we've got about 50k to spend. Do we buy that? I don't think we do. But there again, how else am I going to customise initiative with 4 free slots? What can I customise? That's the thing. So let's just have a look. First strike. Oh no, we can't have first strike. Yeah, I'm going to save 90 grand by not buying that as well. We don't need this. That's just useless. We don't need that. We definitely don't need that. What would be nice with alchemy maybe is evade encounter, and then we go and get another SOS overdrive weapon for Riku. But that's 98 grand. I don't think we... Ooh, we might... I might buy that, you know. So magic defense plus 10 and plus 5, and a zombie ward, I don't think is going to be useful. I'm actually feeling we buy this for Tidus. That might come in clutch versus Spectral Keeper for the strategy I've got in mind. Oh, that's also nice. Now that's going to come in clutch versus Spectral Keeper. We'll buy that. Let's see what else we've got. So right, now it's more about Gil. Is there anything we can sack off? That's worth a few bob. Oof. Silence proof. Nice. I don't think there's much else we can actually sell that is worth a lot of money. Apart from that, maybe. Oh, because he's got the free slot. I was wondering why Mage Hunter is 3,000 gil more than Hypnos Spear. We get that banging track in the background as well, so I don't mind staying here for a while. Yeah, we can get rid of that. I doubt I'm going to get to 45 grand, but that shield for Tidus might be busted, because defense plus 10% is very hard to get. I think it requires a white magic sphere, and I think there's only one in the entire game that you can pick up on your normal travels, and that was in the Via Purifico, which obviously we can't go back to. What I might do is just do some random battles and then buy it, because we can basically farm infinite gil at the minute. Let's just double check a couple of these weapons. I just want to make sure people's auto go-to weapon is at the top. So sensor, yeah, that's fine. Kimarhi is in the back row. Kimarhi has Slayer and a full overdrive. Right, let's get some battles on the go, just to build up our gil. So we're doing a bit of gil farming for a bit, because I want that drop for, I want that shield for Tidus, just as a backup shield potentially for Spectral Keeper, for the idea I've got in mind. There's going to be a lot of prep work for that, you know. Hell of a lot of prep work. Right, looks like we're getting about 2 grand a battle, so we're going to be here for a while unless we get some decent drops. More for sure, as that's what I say, if we can get some SOS haste. That'd be nice. And no, LG, Final Elixir is not applicable, thank you. Despite it not being a Phoenix mix. If we can get enough Mega Phoenixes as well, I will customize Auto Phoenix onto something, because we'll be able to sell it for a lot of money. I think it's like 90 grand. Null-Tide Ring, very nice. I'm wondering if we need to consider farming those for SOS Reflect. Because I'm pretty sure we can get that at this stage. Just wondering if that is a viable, if that is necessary. Should have done more waterproof farming for Gil. Where? Where, LG? Underwater, you mean? I think we're now we're here, we might as well take it upon ourselves to get, you know, to reap the rewards. I'm still debating whether we want to get that initiative weapon for Una, but we'll be here all day.
Welcome.
Oh, 2 free slots. That's nice. 1400 though, I'm going to get rid of it. Null Tide without Fire Ward. That's busted. Right, Surfers out front. That's good. Stone Breath, too good. Stone Breath Slayer, too good. Too OP, man. Really too OP. Oh, hopefully I'm making up my laziness now. Let's just double check equipment now. That's good. Surfers out front. We're already at 26 grand. That's great. Oh, the 10 gil drops in Besaid. Yeah, that's where we really roll in the money in Besaid. As well as the 706 gil we get for selling waterproof armors. Oh, not bad. Not bad. Saved me like 2,500 gil, that did. To be fair, one thing we didn't get out of Besaid is a lot of gil. At all. At all. And if it was to ever go back, I would be hacking in Water Strike for Waka. I would not leave there. I would not leave Besaid, excuse me, without Water Strike for Waka. That's the only thing in that save state, 144, I think it is. That's the only thing I wouldn't be leaving without. Just to one-shot the floating eye on Mihen, because Mihen's a fucking RNG nightmare anyway. As we found between probably attempts number 7 and 12, was it?
Welcome.
Right, we're already at 31. We only need 40... I think it's 50 actually, so we'll keep going. These drops though are really helping. They're really kind of really edging the gil along. I must remember we've got White Wind, we've got Doom, and we've got Mighty Guard now as well, and we've got Aqua Breath. I don't think Aqua Breath is going to be very valuable, but you know, at least we've got it, just in case we need it. Right, considering we can one-shot everything with Kimarhi, I'm just going to have... Oh, I suppose I don't need a sense around here, actually. What was that, what we got equipment-wise? We'll find out in a moment, actually, when we go back to Wawaka. I guess what we could do is customise First Strike onto Kimarhi. But I think that would be a waste of a return sphere. Just saves me having to go back and forth like this, but it is what it is. I think minimising the usage of items like key items, or not key items, but hard to come by items like return spheres, is probably the best plan at the moment. Item preservation until we get to someone like Spectral Keeper or Seymour Flux, where I think we're going to have to do a considerable amount of customization. The other thing I'm going to need to do is go back to the merchant down there and probably buy 1 or 2 armors for everyone, because they've got plus 10% HP and double slots, and it's the double slots I'm after. But I think with some sales, we can afford the shield for Tidus. Let's just double check. I think we picked up 1 or 2 extra pieces of equipment. Oh, it's just the ice. See, Ice Strike and 2 free slots for Waka. Not the best. The 2 frees are nice, but... well, I suppose no one else will have Ice Strike. Yeah, probably should have kept that. Never mind. I'm sure I'll get something shortly. So Mount Gagazet's turned into a pretty trivial, part of the game, part of the challenge, despite us fucking up at the start with a kind of double reset. Right, now we can afford it. I might not need it, and it might be a waste of 45,000 gil, but I think if I can buy it, I won't regret not having bought it, because plus 10% defense, I think can make all of the difference. Right, we're actually going to move forward now to get what I've actually come for, which is this level 4 key sphere. Then I'm actually going to make my way back down to the Calmlands. I'm not fighting Seymour Flux today. I don't even know what strategy I'd use. Like, plus I think I need Chocobo wings to fight him. In fact, I know I need Chocobo wings. I think it's not guaranteed. Well, it's a guaranteed loss without Chocobo wings, put it that way. And I think I need access to the 3 stars that we get for unlocking Earth Sphere, Earth Eater. We got a fucking Reflect Armlet. Oh my god, that is unbelievable. What on earth? That is absolutely fire. I don't know how useful that is. Fuck it, let's equip it. No one else has got SOS Reflect. That is busted. Absolutely busted. I knew we'd get one eventually. So that's what I've come for in order to do a Tall Boy versus Chimera Brain. I think that's the only way that we can actually capture those. And even then, I think we need a... I think we need a preemptive strike. So yeah, capturing is going to be very, very difficult. And I'm praying that Riku's counterattack does not charge up Malbra's bad breath counter. Because if it does, I don't think we can open the monster arena. Because my whole strategy is basically to use evade and counter and chip away at the 27,000 health. And then bring in like Auron and take it out. Absolutely busted drops, man. SOS Reflect, baby, that's why we're here. So yeah, does a counter-attack trigger Malbra's bad breath counter? Because it's got a counter of 7, and every time you inflict HP damage to it, it goes up by 1, but if that HP damage is fire-based, it goes up by 2. I might have to try that off-screen. Glorious Ring, I think, is a double slot ring for Yuna. Oh, with a plus 10%. That's very nice. That saved us some money down at the shop in Mount Gagazet. Yuna's Glorious Ring. Come on, let's get another SOS Haste just to kind of sweeten the attempt up. No, that's fine. I need to go back now, and it's going to be a long old trip back down the mountain. But because we've got our trusty SOS Stone Breather in Slayer and set up, it's basically, I wouldn't say auto battle, but it's, as long as I do this and switch Kimarhi back, I'm guaranteed. Oh, absolutely, LG. It's definitely compensation for my 20 plus hours grinding at the start of this challenge for waterproof. I must admit though, the attempt we did get with waterproof, which I think was number 9 or 10, so attempt number 9 or 10, we basically got everything else that we could possibly want from Luca as well. I think we got all of the nulls for Waka, and we ended up getting Tidus a Water Ward. So yeah, we basically picked up everything. I think the only thing that we didn't start me and Highroad with, which I would have liked, was a Water Strike for Waka, which we should have not left Besaid without. But hey ho, we managed to get through eventually, and 20 odd attempts later, we are now traversing Mount Gagazet. We've come on leaps and bounds in this challenge, and at the moment we continue to still answer the question, can this challenge be beaten with these rules? Yes, it can. So let's see if that continues with Flux, with monster capturing, and you know, with the battles to Unalesca. Okay, now picked up a bit of stuff here. Norblaze, Moon Shield. See, a Moon Shield could also be SOS Reflex. Oh, that's nice, man. I can put SOS Norblaze and SOS Null Frost on there as well. So Tidus is... I tell you what, right? Now we've actually picked this up. If I give Tidus an evade encounter, it's a shame that we got this for Tidus, right? If I gave Tidus an evade encounter, he would be able to... solo the Chimera Brain. Yep, he would be able to solo. It's just about getting everyone else out of the battle. That is busted. Right, what else did we get? We got something for Auron. Nice as well. Right, let's not get carried away. Let's put Kimarhi back. It's not really that far to the top of the mountain. Like, it's not really that far from the start to once. It's just you get so many bloody encounters along the way. But we've done well with the drops. We've done very well. Yeah, I think we've had some really good luck with the drops on Mount Gagazet so far. We've still got to go back up when we face Flux. Right, we've nearly managed to traverse Gagazet. Don't want to speak too soon. Okay. Well, it just so happens that we've still got bomb. So yeah, we've still got Arctic winds from Macalania. And we've still got... Oh no, we've got ice proofs as well. Or fire and ice proof. But yeah, we've got enough for blaze and frost. So we could go for a full-on all-out SOS shield for Tidus. Which may be needed. The trouble is, though, it's how do I set up a situation where I can survive? How do I set up a situation where Tidus can come in on the Chimera Brains and the others survive? That's the thing. It's like I would probably end up needing a preemptive. And make sure everyone else escapes. And look, it's a backup strat, I think. Because at the end of the day, I think we use the level 4 key sphere versus both of them. Because let's say that does like 9,000. We've still got 800 to do, but we can use. Surely we can use something. Maybe we can use a couple of. Maybe we can use a couple of grenades first, then use a tall boy, and then we bring in Auton and someone else maybe? I don't know. That's kind of the working theory for capturing the Chimera Brain. But, you know, we might not even fucking make it there. Can we, No, it doesn't go anywhere. No destination. Right, let's see what the shop can give us. Let's just have a chat. Great to see so many of you in the chat. Happy Sunday. Hope it's all going well. If you join the content, feel free to drop a like, but don't have to. I'm not. These are only 4,500. These are beautiful. So I think everyone gets. We don't need one because we've already picked up Yuna's glorious ring. Do I need one for Lulu? I think for 4.5k. We'll sell something just so we can get Lulu one. There we go. You never know. Right, what else did we pick up? Let's have a look. Picked up some busted stuff on the trail. Absolutely wonderful stuff. That I'm going to keep just for now. We'll get rid of that. That's Yuna's glorious ring. Right, let's sort this. And just need to sort Riku's out as well. I'm a bit weird like this, but my OCD kicking in. Okay. Right, now what's the... I suppose what's the aim of the game here now? The aim is to... I think to start capturing. So I suppose I've got to get myself into some battles to see what the strategies are. Do I need anything? It doesn't sell maps, no. I got 50 gil, nice. Right, have I got initiative? And have I got Tidus? Yes, I have. And everyone's got a... Who needs an overdrive has got an overdrive. Right. Yeah, I do think there is a play though between for Tidus to somehow solo the Chimeras. Maybe it's a case of we do the tall boy. It might be a case that we've actually got a farm like SOS Haste for Auron. So we bring him in. Like what I'm thinking is like we use a grenade, we use another grenade, we use a tall boy, and then we bring in Auron and he just goes whack and then whack again to capture them both at the same time. Just theory. The trouble is though, if we get a high roll on the tall boy, because I think it can do up to 9-3. Oh, it's touch and go, man. So, does the Chocobo person appear? Yes, they do. Right. Oh, this is a terrible battle. So that thing in the centre cannot be petrified. Okay, now what a start. Right, I need to get P. Birdman Guide back up. This is a horrible battle. The Coels are absolutely horrible. Hang on. Excuse me. Gagazet tied me out. Right, Marlborough. Right, let's get round here then. So, Flame Flan, Coel. So... cannot be petrified or threatened. Resists sleep up to 95%. We need a sensor here. Who's got a sensor? Or do we? No, we don't. Right, these are the flaming mechs as well. I don't know. I think they've got changed stats. I think that's the only thing. So, Marlborough, Mech Scout Burning, 2,500. So, they... can they be put to sleep? Mech Scout. Mech Scouter. No, they can't be put to sleep. Okay. Here's what we're going to have to do then is some grenades and then a hazardous shell. I think that's the play. This should be fine. Okay, now we Right, what's hazardous shout? I think it's map and grenade. Because that's going to put the what's-her-name to sleep. And it should inflict poison. Unless I've read the P-Birdman guide wrong. Ogre, Shred, Skull, Shiva. No, I've gone the wrong way. Just bear with me. Oh, so it is susceptible to poison. So it'll do 25%, so it'll do 1,500 each turn. That's cool. So hazardous shell. Grenade and map, yeah, I thought so. Been a while since I've used the hazardous shell. This should take out the mech scouters. Right, you, miss, need... I need to put sensor on that, or I need to give her that. And I just need someone. Right, so now I've got that. So I've got a sensor, 1,600. How much did that poison do? $1,500, right. Absolutely wonderful. So we should be able to bring Auton in and Kimarhi. Oh, the trouble is though, Riku is not going to end up with an overdrive here. That is a shame. I mean, this couldn't have worked out any better. So, unless we get Riku with the victory, well, what's it going to do, right? It's going to do... She's going to do 60 damage. So we need someone that can do 80 damage. I know someone who can do about 80 damage, but will that take him out of SOS? Jesus Christ. Come on, Pad. No, I don't fuck about for a minute. I just get Auton into capture, into the Beastmaster. Yuna, you can chill, because you're good. Reeks, you can chill as well. Auton, we're going to get you back into the Beastmaster. It's a badass name for a weapon. Right. This has turned out very well. So, we need someone to do about 100 damage. And then Riku can take them out with her attack in capture. So, I bring in Tidus with a capture. Riku, we put in capture. Because she's got Slayer, you see. This is why I'm messing about. And I don't think we're going to have a counter-attack here. Oh, thank God for that. Okay, so the best outcome here is Tidus, like, doesn't crit. He fucking crit. You dickhead. He crit. I knew he would. For God's sake. I think the safest thing to do is actually to go back to Mount Gagazet now. Right, need to check Oh, fuck, I've just messed up as well. I've just realised we had 3 people with capture, and we can only have 1 person with capture. Right, that's my bad. That's my bad. That is my bad. But that's the first time we're using capture, so let me off for that one, folks, please. What we need to do, though, is get Riku back into... Is this where Daredevil is actually going to be better? Because she can just skip turn, skip turn, skip turn while stuff's asleep. I think it might be. I think it might be time for Riku actually to go into Daredevil. Yeah, so forgive me for that then, because I shouldn't have had so many people using capture. SOS reflects. What a drop. Right, as long as we've got first... Oh, no, we haven't got... We've fucking got first strike. As long as we've got first strike... In fact, I'm going to have Auron equipped with a capture weapon here. So, let me go back to the Calmland enemies here, actually, because I need to just think this one through. So I must remember that we've got Auron in the background with an overdrive. Calmlands. There we go. Right, let's go to the bottom to see the encounters. So have this slight delay, but... so where are we? We are northeast. So we're going to get a triple, a triple, a triple, a triple, which we can... get out of if we had Daredevil. The trouble is, oh no, we can get out of that with, so it's the Coel times 2 that worries me. But I suppose we could just use a blaster mine. Anaconda times 2 scares the bejesus out of me, but we can use hazardous shell for that as well. Chimera brain, I really hope we don't get that right now. And then Malbra. If we get Malbra, can we survive and get an overdrive in Daredevil? That's the key. That's the question now. Can we survive 10 turns by swapping Riku using Daredevil? I think we're going to try it. I think we're going to try it. Because whatever we can take out with Riku... we can take out with Kimarhi here. Okay. First strike initiative. Do we want a sensor on that? I think we will. No one else has sensor. So let's get that customized. And let me just double check these pair. Sense, yeah, Endeavour, okay. I'm nervous now here. I think because we're this far here, I'm actually going to try and attempt to go back to Macalania. Sorry, Macalania. Mount Gagazet, and I'll actually put Riku. This isn't Riku in Victor here, and have her. Oh no, actually, I think we might be able to get in enough turns by swapping her weapon while she's in SOS haste, and then we can bring in Kimarhi. Just saves me messing about with the overdrive modes and mucking up. So, bit of a mess about, but it's starting to kind of be a bit like what we did in Macalania and Lake Macalania. So this is the intention here. So, bringing in Riku. She's in Daredevil. And we can basically just swap our weapons. Just get the fuck out, everyone else, please. So there you go. Two. Was that two? That would have been two. That would have been two swaps. And now we can just swap Kimarhi in for a Stone Breath. Right. So that's kind of a backup strategy for getting Riku back into SOS. Sorry, not back into SOS. Back into Overdrive while she's in Daredevil. Got ya. Okay, that's good. Very good. Right, we'll move back to the Calmlands. But we captured our first. We've captured our first fiend, which was a Coeurl, which I did not expect it to be. I don't think it matters that basically everyone apart from Auron is in SOS. And what I might have to think about, maybe not in this stream, but maybe in the next one, is our resources, because we're starting to collate. Yes, LG, starting to capture. Just captured a Coeurl a couple of minutes ago. Now I'm starting to understand what our options are, really, and what the strategies are. Because for some of these, so like that's probably going to be one of the hardest things to capture, is that fucking Nebros. What it might be is that I've got to bring Auron in to do it, or Waka with Evade Encounter, maybe. Because these, so let me just double check. So I'm going to check now if I can. I can't do a hazardous shell actually, so I need to do a blaster mine, and a blaster mine was a grenade and a map, was it? No, grenade and an antidote. That's darkness, silence and sleep for so many turns. I guess this is the test here. So grenade and antidote. That'll kill the Nebros, but the others should survive. That's perfect. Right, now I should just be able to swap my way out of this and have everyone else escape. I'm actually going to swap in someone I don't need, like Lulu, who can just escape. Come on, Pad. So with haste, I should be able to recover enough turns. I need a sensor now, so... fucking Yuna's gone. I think maybe like Tidus probably needs capture and sensor here. So let me just do something. Let me just swap into my sensor. 812 and 349. It's a shame that, because it's inside grenade range, but it's not, and it's outside of. It's outside of Auron's range. What I probably need is Auron with capture and piercing. I think the main goal though here is to get Riku back into overdrive. Right, now I can... I don't know how I'm going to capture the Flan right now, but I'm thinking we just get rid of it and capture the Shred. Oh, it survived. Oh, you absolutely beautiful thing. Right, let's just double check here. So, 460... Fucking 9 damn... Oh my god, that is amazing. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. We're going to swap back into Battle Freak. We're going to bring in... So if that wakes up, will it get a turn? That's what I want to know. That's... can I just capture this with Riku in... Oh, she hasn't got SOS Nullblaze. I need to teach her SOS Nullblaze. Right, if I capture the Flan... Oh no, because if it wakes up, I haven't got evade and counter on. Fuck. I'm a bit stuck here. If that's going to wake up, it's going to have darkness, so technically I should be okay. And has Auron got Beastmaster? The Beastmaster. Right. Let's go for it. Flame Flam captured. It doesn't get a turn, so we can bring Riku back in. Use a grenade. Please don't crit. Thank the Lord. Let's just double check. 86, right. Auron should be able to take that out. Come on, Beba. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. What a team effort that was. Okay, and let's just double check people's abilities. Right, I think right now is the time we're going to give Riku SOS Nullblaze. I think I've got enough items to do that. Hang on. Oh shit, we've got the we've got 2 now, right? With the second. That's good. What was the... Where's her SOS Null Shock? There it is. Okay. Perfect. Right, I think we do that, because that makes us safe from the Flame Flans, and she can basically tank... She can basically... Well, I know we've captured one now, but she can basically capture that. What else do we need to do? We need to probably give someone... We need to give Auron Piercing, I think, on his capture weapon. I think that gives him... Does maximum damage then. I think that's the right play. Look, it's a capture weapon, so... And we've got 9 level 2 key spheres. That's perfect. Right, we'll do that, because that should allow him to do, like, max damage on all enemies now. So the pad's playing up. No, we don't want that. We want... I'm weird. I want that SOS haste. What else? I know I'm going slow here, folks, but I'm just taking my time because I don't want to mess about. The other thing is, I've just realised I didn't actually get to the save sphere near Mount Gagazet, which is a save state. So I might go back up actually and get to it. The only trouble is I've then got the ordeal of getting everyone back into SOS. Right, we'll carry on. We'll keep going. Right, now do we go for... I think this is where we go for... So we've got the shred and we've got the flame flan. Now we just need the Nebros. But how do we isolate the Nebros without fucking ourselves over? It's almost like we need double shooting star to get rid of them. Yeah, or we need Auron with fireproof maybe actually. Someone's got to have evade encounter as well. I think in order to get that Nebros, someone's going to have evade encounter on their capture weapon, and I'm thinking it should be Tidus. So actually, let's just sack this one off, and I'm going to put evade encounter on Tidus's capture weapon. And I say that because he's now got a 4-slot. He's got a 4-slot. What else? No, because I don't want to waste this evade encounter. He has actually got, though, a 4-slot shield with 2 SOSs on. And the other 2 I've got items for. I'm just thinking, is there a strategy I can do that allows me to kind of replicate this on any kind of attempt, regardless of what drops I've been given from enemies? So, and I think the only way is that we have, because even Whacker sometimes fails to hit the Nebros, and I don't think there's a way of isolating all of them without using resources. Unless we have Auron with fireproof, which wouldn't be a bad shout, to be fair, because then we could take out the shred using shooting star. I'm just thinking, I'm just playing this through my head. Or we could use... Is there something of Kimarhi's that we could use, actually? White Wind, Mighty Gar. Oh, what am I missing? It's obviously something late game apart from Nova. That shred is lethal and it's got really high attack. So I do need to be careful about doing that. Right, let's just stop messing about for a minute and get Tidus back in front. Only 2 hours in, it feels like we've been playing all day. Riku can tank all of that with SOS Null Blaze. So, is there anything I can use? Ah, it might be a case of, if we get an initiative, if we get a preemptive, we get everyone else out of there, and we chip away at the shred with Riku in SOS Null Blaze until it's dead. Then we chip away at the flame flan until that's dead. It's going to be a fucking long battle. And then we chip away at the Nebros with a grenade. And then we bring in Whacker, maybe. I think Whacker's probably going to be the best. Or we just get So what can I do to damage? Oh, we got the Wandering Powder. I forgot about that. That's going to be useful, actually. Or we could use stuff like dragon scales, yes, and fish scales, them shit fish scales that we picked up. I forgot about those single-use items. Okay, let's carry on, because I'm enjoying this capturing and kind of figuring it out, because it's like a puzzle, and I wish this pad would stop messing about. So this time it's the skull. How on earth am I going to get past the skull? As in, how am I going to capture the skull? It's almost like I need stone proof, stone touch, or death touch. So she can tank everything, but no one else can, and that's the issue. But we've got to isolate this, we've got to isolate this, and we can't steal. So, and we've got to do less than... We've got to do less than... This is a horrible encounter, actually, to capture from. Because we've got to do less than 1,000 damage. We've got to... And we can't put that to sleep, I don't think. Mech Scouter. I know I've just checked this. Sleep immune. It can be darkness, though. Put under darkness. That's good. What else? Can be petrified. Can be slowed. So yes, LG, yes, capturing at the moment. This is... Oh, I don't... Do I want to play the darkness odds? I don't think I do. The darkness lottery. I mean, we won the darkness lottery versus Everett Altana. Let's just think here. I need to get the skull. Is it going to actually be easier to do the skull in versus the with the ogre? I think it is. So I think for this battle we sack capturing off, and we just get the victory, because I think it's going to be a hell of a lot easier to capture the skulls. I need a fucking sleeping potion, a sleeping powder. It's going to be easier to capture them skulls when we put the ogre to sleep. If they survive, that is. Oh, I hate this battle. You know what? I'm getting nervous now. So what I'm going to do is actually... We've captured a few for now. Oh, can I get Whacker out of there if I use a mix? If I put him in haste... Let me just check that. So if I put him in haste right now... Alright, let's try this. So... This is actually the battle that I need to investigate, because this is going to be long as fuck if my strategy is correct. So, Mighty G, that should give us... I'm just going to try this, because that should give us Shell Protect and Haste on everyone. Ah, Whacker doesn't get the... He doesn't get the fucking... He doesn't get the boost. The haste boost. Right, so I think what I need to do is then is... Owlbed Potion. Get Una out of there. Or just swap Una for Auron. I think that might be best. It's a fucking horrible battle this is. Oh, Whacker survives, that's cool. And he's back in SOS. Okay, so... Right, let's get these out. So, you go bye-bye. You need to start attacking yourself. You need to go, mate. Now, theoretically, the Malbra cannot hit me unless the counter increases the bad breath counter. And if that's the case, I might as well end this challenge right now. So the moment of truth is coming up as to whether the counter increases the bad breath counter. Because if it gets to 7... Yeah, if it gets to 7 and it uses bad breath, there is no way, I don't think there's a strategy that exists to get Riku to capture this. We get loads of turns though, that's good. I guess the only other out to this, though, is something like some sort of mad customized weapon. Right, let's just check its HP. See, I've got to do 26,578 in counterattack damage. So I think I might take off my haste charge and just keep pressing triangle. I'm sorry this is going to take a while, but by the looks of it, the counter is not... Unless I'm getting really good odds on the RNG, it's not doing bad breath. And what this means is that I can whittle it down to basically nothing and then capture the Malbra. I just have to keep pressing. I'm going to put it on ×4 actually. So as long as I keep defending... In fact, no, what I am going to do is just switch back to the SOS haste. Yeah, I don't think it's going to use bad breath. Now, I've just realised I've got rid of Auron, so I'm going to have to bring in... Fuck. I'm going to have to bring in... Kimarhi. Can Kimarhi swap weapons here? Yes, he can. To the capture. That's good. Swap him back. Because Kimarhi's got the highest attack out of everyone. Should have thought of that. Right, has Riku got evade encounter? No. So let's get her back into evade encounter. That's perfect. And we'll just keep pressing triangle. And 26,000 damage later, we should be in a position where we can capture. So this is going to be a couple of minutes, folks, but okay, now we've got Riku basically soloing the Malbra. Yeah, this is going to be like 5-10 minutes, so apologies. But I actually didn't think I'd ever be able to capture the Malbra in this challenge, but turns out I can. Wonderful. Right, let's take her out of SOS. Bit of that. I don't know. I reckon 2 or 3 minutes, and then we'll swap into the sensor just to get a sense of. Oh no, this is going to take a while. Doesn't really matter what I swap into. Yeah, this is going to take a while. So I'm just going to constantly tap triangle or Y on the pad. And eventually we're going to capture the Marlborough in the hardcore Nuzlocke, which is just bizarre to me. It's just daft. It's just, I never thought I'd ever be able to comprehend myself saying that for this challenge, but here we are, basically doing the old school counter-attack. I'm sure there was a strategy like this years back where you could defeat Bahamut, Dark Bahamut, the same way. And it was like you could have Tidus counter-attack his way to defeating Tidus. Defeating Dark Bahamut. Yeah, we've got a long way to go. Maybe I should have put evade and counter on someone else's. That does a bit more damage. Maybe Kimarhi's. I don't want to waste that evade and counter though, that's the thing. It's like, it's such a precious item. I don't know if I'm going to need it. I need to be careful, right, because it's only at 23, that's fine. Psycho Bins, what's happening? Thank you, appreciate the support. Bit of a tedious battle, but, you know, we'll get there. And those SOS icons, they are reminding me that Riku isn't in SOS haste. Now, truth be told, I don't even want to like throw a grenade just in case it like fucking counters with bad breath or something. So, and the other thing is, I've got to be in a position where Kimarhi can do enough damage to actually take it out in one hit. So I need to get this down like real low. I might even have to throw an Albed potion on it to kind of try and manipulate its health. Right, I'm just double checking that we are in evade and counter. I can see why Kimarhi took this out, or if he didn't take it out, I can see why he's kind of nerfed that ability in his mod. And I'm sure P. Birdman did the same in his mod as well, because evade and counter is just absolutely, utterly broken. Yeah, still, we're probably still 5 minutes, 10 minutes off, folks. I do apologise about this. But it's, yeah, it's going to allow us to get there. Just need to keep remembering to press triangle. Or Y. I used to play with a PlayStation 2 pad, so that's why I've got triangle, circle, square, X in my head. Yeah, it is going to be touch and go when we do get to when we do get Marlborough down to a decent amount of health. Did I just attack it then? Fuck's sake. We're going to be here all fucking day. Yeah, I reckon another 10 minutes. I mean, it's been 3 minutes now and we've done 3,000, 4,000 damage. We've still got 22,000 to go. But we will get there. So yeah, let me know what you're up to in the chat on this glorious Sunday in the UK from wherever you are. So yeah, let me know what you're up to. This is going to take a while. But I did have a sneaking suspicion, right, that counter-attack damage would not increase the bad breath counter, and just so happens it doesn't. And I guess what we've also proven is that Riku in Daredevil is enough for this encounter as well. So, yeah, if you are joining us live, feel free to come back in 5 or 10 minutes. I do not mind, as long as you do come back. But I get why you'd want to kind of nip off for a bit. Because this is going to take a while. The other thing I wanted to chat about was Claire Obscure Expedition 33, because I've been seeing a lot of playthroughs of that recently. My god, that game looks good. And if that's something you'd want me to play, I don't know, as a live stream or episodes or something, I think I would love to be able to carve out some time to play that. It is the only RPG in the last probably decade, maybe even 2 decades, that I've had any interest in playing outside of Final Fantasy and a few other titles. Because it seems like it's got everything. It's kind of got like the modern day graphics versus all of the best, basically, of Final Fantasy X. Oh, we're finally at 20,000. That's good. I'm just hoping we can get it down to a roughly around about 50 to 100 damage. But I guess what we have got going for us is we can use Albed potions. We can also I think we've got a few turns in the kitty for the bad breath counter to go up. Because what I don't want is Riku doing a counter attack and all of this bloody hard work going down the pan. But we've still got a fair way to go. Yeah, I reckon, yeah, probably 5, even 10 minutes. So Bin's in the chat saying, I've been watching a lot of E33 too. It looks like a real banger. I'm telling you, it's proof that turn-based still has a market. It really is. It's absolute proof to Square Enix should be embarrassed of themselves, considering all of that non-turn-based propaganda they've been putting out. That's what it is in my eyes, because they've shit on the turn-based fandom, and all of us that have kind of grew up with the golden age of Final Fantasy, and it's just not true. Like I reckon if 7 Rebirth or Remake or even FF16, if them 2 games if any of those titles would have come out as a turn-based, they still would have done as well, if not better, than they did. 100%. But it just goes to show E33 is, it's fit for purpose. It's what the market wants. Because they broke all sorts of sales records, they broke all sorts of download records. It's incredible, and it just so happens to be a turn-based RPG, and the graphics look insane as well. Okay. I think we're still a fair way off, but we're getting there. So SOS Shell gives me a couple of extra turns. We got the sensor. Yeah, we're at 18. Back to the Battle Freak, and If I go to the moon target, it just means I have to press triangle a lot less. Still 18,000 though, still a way to go. But I'm just praying that we can get it down to a reasonable amount of HP. Like, let's say we're averaging at 60. I'm not even going to try and work that out, to be fair. I mean, how many attacks have we got to go? It's probably something like around about 250 though. I just hope we don't get a crit. That's the thing. But it doesn't counter, and I think if we can get to like near the threshold and we can put Riku in SOS, we've got turns to play with before the counter reaches 7. What it might be though, actually, is we bring in Waka and equip him with evade encounter. He's also fucking gone as well. Jesus Christ. I've literally escaped with the 2 most important characters I could have probably bought in. Right, let's just double check the weapon. Yes, we're good. So we'll just have to keep going. I should have thought about Waka. Never mind. I do forget now that he's got evade encounter because it's gone out of my brain that I can even use his evade encounter. Because, truth be told, if Riku is not in this battle without evade encounter, chances are she is going to die. So we'll go until 42 and then I'll check their HP. I can't see it being less than 10k at that point. But we're getting there. In fact, no, we'll go till 40 on my clock here. I know it's only like 60 damage at a time. But we're getting there. So usually Kimarhi does around about 100 damage with his capture weapon. Maybe even up to 120. On a basic enemy with basic defense. Which I think the Malbra has. 16,000, got ya. Moon Charge. That's good. We'll just keep going. I'm praying to the RNG gods that we get a good set of turns towards the back end of this fight. And the trouble is, we haven't got things like shadow gems, so we can't even... We cannot even half its HP. We can't even manipulate it that way. There's no way I don't think we can manipulate its HP other than Lancet and attacking and grenades and stuff. But that obviously that would increase the bad breath counter. So I'm going to check it every 5 minutes. So we're at 17:41 my time. So we'll keep going. But yeah, E33 looks absolutely banging, and if there is, I'm going to have a lot more time on my hands in the next coming weeks. So it might be something that I also introduce onto the channel. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, if you guys would be up for me doing some streams or VODs, yeah, I'd be happy to do that. Even if it's just like a highlight reel or something. Because that is a game I do want to jump on the bandwagon of. There are a few others that I kind of want to do, but they're going to be more passion projects. I don't know if any of you have ever had a Dreamcast. I did back in the day, and I absolutely love Shenmue. Or Shenmue. Yeah, one of the best games I'd played growing up. There's also Lost Odyssey that I want to do, but that again, that's more of a passion project. So yeah, VODs or highlights or something, if you're up for it on E33, just let me know. It kind of goes against like the channel, the 3 channel pillars. Game of Thrones, Marvel, Final Fantasy, but you know, seeing as Obscure 33 is basically being touted as a Final Fantasy game, I figured, and I want to do these passion projects as well eventually. Why not? We'll throw it in. It's basically a Final Fantasy game. It's basically the follow-up to 10 that we wanted with modern graphics. So can't really argue there. Right. Another check. 13. It's coming down. Bit of a long one, but we're getting there, folks. The real test is going to be the Chimera Brain. I think I've got to get insane luck versus those. I don't know, unless I just get a preempt. I think I'm going to have to get a preemptive, to be fair, with those, and hope for the best. Because I'm going to need to get Riku in, use some items, maybe even take one of them out, and then the other one I'm just going to have to go like on a full-on assault with the other characters, with and then Auron to finish it off, basically. It might even be, like I said, Auron with SOS Haste might even be the strat. This is going to take another 5-10 minutes. You know what? I'm okay with that. This was the one I was dreading. I think after this, what I'm going to do, folks, is we'll go back up the trail. We'll put in a save. Or will we? Or shall I just start from the autosave? I think I'm just going to start from the autosave. We'll see how long this takes. If it takes us up to 3 hours, because what I don't want to do is encounter another one and then encounter another one, or like encounter a battle and then get a game over. So yeah, we'll see. I think this might wrap up the stream for today. But I'll be back tomorrow, Bank Holiday Monday in the UK, so I'll be back tomorrow afternoon with another Nuzlocke stream. Just being very careful. If I do not have evade encounter, Riku is dead. Run over, as in attempt over. So I think we'll keep in SOS Haste for now. God, this is long. What I am afraid of is if I do start inflicting damage, so I could easily like throw a Chaos Grenade here. If I do start inflicting damage, what does that do with the bad breath counter? Because nothing can tell me that. Not a single thing on far plane or anything can tell me the mechanics of the far plane counter. Jesus, still got a long way to go. 11,000. We've done well, and you've stuck with me, though. Thanks, folks. Just hope we get the RNG magic at the end of this. Just praying for that. I mean, if Riku's doing 60 damage, Kimahri's got to be doing 100 plus. It's got to be. Got to be. So, fingers crossed we can get the Malbra to like that sort of range. Less than 100, Kimarhi can guarantee this. I mean, if she did have... Well, E33 LG, I'm either thinking about doing some live streams, but I think this is the live stream thing at the moment. You know, you don't want to kind of clog your live stream with too much. This and the podcast, really. I've got plans to put more podcasts out there in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, man, thinking about doing VODs or maybe even something like a highlight reel or something similar. I do need to get the game though. It is something on the buy list. So yeah, man, thinking about doing something with E33. It looks too good to pass up, man. It looks too good, honestly. It looks far too good to not play it. And like, even if I'm just going to be playing it for my own enjoyment, why not kind of upload some stuff? Yeah, even if it's just like bosses or something. I mean, maybe even that's the case. Or shorts, I don't know. There's a lot of creators at the moment I'm seeing shorts on, and they're putting out some really yeah, some of the bosses look really cool, man. Some of the graphics. It is a must play, Bins, 100%. It is a must play. A must stream, I don't know, or a must kind of upload, I don't know. But as far as kind of, you know, the whole social experience and the social impact it's had, it's been a magical game. And I reckon FF17, or maybe not Rebirth, or whatever part 3 of the Final Fantasy VII remake's going to be, but I reckon 17 is going to have, I don't know, man, I've got this impression they're going to take a look at E33 and think, shit, turn-based, it's not back, it just never went away. Like, you wonder why people still go crazy for FF7 through 10, because this sort of shit works, man. Me sitting here and pressing triangle 1,500 times to defeat a Malbra is how I want to play these games, is how I want to play Final Fantasy. Right, we're below 10k, folks. This strategic sort of RPG is what I want to play. This kind of take my time sort of stuff is how I want to play my Final Fantasy games. If I want to play action RPG, I'll go and play Devil May Cry, Onimusha, whatever we want to, you know, that sort of game. But yeah, E33 is a must play. So hopefully in the next few weeks I can yeah, they've definitely seen this, the success of a turn-based RPG, and I reckon it's got the Square Enix team thinking, man. Honestly, I reckon that they're in the chairs right now and they're thinking, shit, we've messed up there. We need to capitalize on that. So I reckon FF17 is, I reckon they're going to have some sort of dual 8-4, okay. I reckon they're going to have some sort of dual battle system where it's like you can either go action RPG or you can go turn-based. A bit like wait mode in FF12, that sort of thing. But I think they're going to heavily, not rely on it, but I think it's going to be a heavy feature. Yeah, and they did a Devil May Cry Final Fantasy. Don't get me wrong, FF16, an absolutely spectacularly beautiful game. So, true. You know what, LG? I suppose you're right. It's all the kind of the quick bar, isn't it? As quick you can get your bar up. Yeah, because the enemies don't have turns, do they? They just attack when they can. Right, we're getting there, folks. Let's concentrate this back end of this battle, because this has been a gauntlet for the last 20 minutes, but I think it's been worth it, because if we can get that magic RNG at the end of this and capture the Marlborough, that's a fucking phenomenal outcome for today's stream. Something I didn't intend to do. I'm just praying that we get Kimarhi in a position where he can get the victory. But we know the strat works, that's the main thing. We know the strat works, we know Waka survives. We know Yuna gets a turn versus this before it gets a turn, which means we can swap her out. I've just got to nail the end. Reminds me of the Evray battle this does. I've just got to fucking nail the end. Unlike what I did before versus Evray once or twice. So I'll give it till 55 and then I'll check again. Okay, surely we're getting there. 6-9, that's fine. Okay, 6-9. So we're whittling it down. And I suppose the good thing about this is we've got Riku back into an overdrive for the next battle. Now, is it possible to do every to capture every enemy in the game under these hardcore Nuzlocke conditions? And I've got a suspicion the answer is no. I could be wrong, or it could be a case of we get an initiative or something like that, and maybe we get some good outcomes with. But I don't think it's possible to capture the Behemoth King. I think it's too powerful. It might be possible to capture the Great Marlborough, but don't quote me on that. Right, 6-1. Nearly there, folks. Nearly there. Right. Nearly there, getting there. Yeah, I think I'm just going to nip straight out of here and we'll carry on from the auto save tomorrow. This took a lot longer than I anticipated. But the other strategy I did have in mind was to basically use 3 chaos grenades or Yeah, 3 chaos grenades, or some combination of chaos grenades and tall boys to whittle down its health. And to be in a position where I would kind of damage it naturally. Yeah, I think the strategy was 3 chaos grenades, 3 or 2 bomb cores or something like that, and then Auton comes in. Right, I'm getting nervous now. 5-2, so we've still got a bit to go. Could have done with Auton, man. Yeah, I shouldn't have escaped with Auton. Never mind. But the fact that the counter-attack does not trigger bad breath is wonderful. I guess what it also means is I could cheese this. Like, what I mean is, if I do encounter this going forward, there's an argument to be had that if I don't have a shooting star and everyone else can escape and it's just me, it's just Riku and the Marlborough, I'm going to use FFR plane just to knock its HP down to 1. Four. Okay, we're getting there. Yeah, probably looking about 6 my time to finish this, which will take us nicely just over the 3-hour mark. Come on, pad, stay with me. Yeah, you don't get this sort of problem-solving puzzles versus enemies in an action RPG. It literally is just hack and slash. Like, if this was Rebirth now, we'd just be hacking this Marlborough to pieces. And I find that that is one of the core elements of Final Fantasy. The whole problem-solving piece, using elemental equipment versus not using elemental equipment, versus different customizations, or, you know, picking up different weapons, using different items, using a different party. Whereas in FF7, the Rebirth, and 16, it's like you can use any 3 characters, you can equip them with whatever you want, and it's just hack and slash. I might be oversimplifying it, but that's kind of how it comes across. 3-3, got ya. Battle Freak. Okay. Well, we're coming up to 3 hours on the stream, folks. Hope you're all enjoying this afternoon's content. And thanks for sticking with me versus the Marlborough as well. And I just hope I don't disappoint at the end of this fight. We have already put Kimarhi, though, in capture, which is good. I just need to fucking nail the ending of this and make sure we don't get a crit with Riku, like, towards the end. But honestly, I do feel like we've just had 3 crits in a row there. Now I've just said that, fucking hell. Right, we're at 2-4. My God, we're nearly there. Right, we're only about 20 attacks to go here. So let's put on this. $2,100. Right, nearly there. No, I'm just picturing, we bring Kimarhi in, he fails to capture it, and we get fucking bad breathed. That is just going to be the worst outcome. Okay. So I'm only doing 60 damage, so we can't be at 1,000 yet, surely. This is the you are right, LG. This is the Yaya's mat of Final Fantasy X Hardcore Nuzlocke. 1573. Right, we're on the Battle Freak. Nearly there. Nearly there. Right. We can't be at 1,000 yet, surely. What an unbelievable strat to capture Marlborough. I'm not going to say anything yet because I still haven't caught it. And I reckon my Chaos Grenade strategy still would have worked. I reckon there would have been some sort of combination of maybe 4 Chaos Grenades. It just would have took up a lot of resources, really. $973. Right, that's 915. That's 850. That's 790. $790, $730. That should be around $670. At 500, I'm going to check. That's $610. That's $550. Oh, we must have got a crit somewhere. Shit. Okay, good double checked. 372. Okay. Must have got some crits somewhere when I was not looking. 372. Okay. 310. $250. Exactly. Nice. Right, this is where we've got to be careful because Riku can do 250 in 2 attacks. So that's 250 minus 60 is... That is 190. Okay, so Ideally, we need this to be a crit. Right, the problem is now it's at 130 health, which means Riku could potentially get a crit and fuck everything up here. Do I risk it? Do I go for the 129 damage so I can attack now, swapping Kimarhi, and get the victory? Right, he's definitely got the Taming Spear. I don't know whether he's going to do 130 damage. And I don't have a damage calculator. So, Riku has got the Battle Freak, so let's just go for it. I think we've done it. Let's just double check. 67. Fucking marvellous. Marlborough captured, boys. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Yes. And we got a peaceful slumber. Whatever the hell that is. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well fucking done, everyone. What a team performance. GG, let's go. Now, what do we get for the director? That was amazing. Everyone playing a part there. And we got a drop. Sleep touch, not bad. Okay. Right, let's get the fuck out of here. So, I'm just going to head for here. Right, folks. Whew, that was a long-ass fight. And I think we'll end the stream basically exactly where we started. At the near the bridge, at the gorge. What an amazing stream we've had tonight. Loads of you in the chat. Great to have you with us as always. Drop a like if you've enjoyed the content tonight. And let me know what your thoughts are on the challenge so far and tonight's stream in the comments. We are back tomorrow with another Hardcore Nuzlocke. This will be continuing attempt number 23. And yeah, let's hope we can get the remainder of the capturing done and see where we go, see where we get to. I think that's about it. If anyone's got any more comments or anything that they want to share, feel free to do so. If you ever join us in the chat, great to have you with us as always. Smash the like button, share the video out there, subscribe to the channel if you're not part of the JitGeek community. And yeah, if you are watching on the VOD, thanks for checking back in. Let me know what your thoughts are. I will be back tomorrow, Bank Holiday Monday, like I said, in the UK. So hopefully we can get some more progress made on the Final Fantasy X Hardcore Nuzlocke. Everyone, take it easy. Great to see you all. LG, thanks for sticking with me from minute one, brother. And yeah, Bins, great to see you, pal. Catch you all soon. Take it easy. Take care. Catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.